Alright, she's all empty and ready to go.
You didn't delete my porn, did you?
If there was any on there, it's gone. If there's any on there, it's gone. Actually got a hold of somebody's card one time. It was full of it.
Alright, clutch light out.
Okay. Alright, clutch lights out. We can go ahead to warm up RPM.
Okay. 70, 75.
Yep. Alright, been easy. We're gonna get some sunshine today.
Yeah, I know. It looks like it.
That scattered layer. Open up. Alright, we've got green on both of our gauges. We can go ahead on the next one. Alright, where it says gauge is green, and we'll jump on the mag drop.
Okay, mag drop.
Yep, we're checking the two different mags. So it'll be 2 clicks to the left, to the right mag. On a less than 7% drop. And that's about a 5%. Alright, back to both. 2 clicks to the right. So let her catch her breath. And then back to the left mag. Good, 4%. Perfect.
RB check.
Alright, I just reach down and get a handful of that carburetor heat, pull it all the way up. I'm going to pull it up, want to watch this gauge here. Be sure it indicates a climb. There, pull it all the way up. And it's working.
Alright, back down.
Yep, all the way back down.
Alright. Right clutch.
Yeah. Alright, run up to about 80. Twist it this way. About 80 and then snap the throttle back towards you and watch that engine needle split. See it split? Yep. Then just let her settle right in. Alright, next.
Alright, doors.
Yep. And
Map chart check.
that's whatever on the back of this.
Yep.
P-level. Celsius 16 this morning. We'll use, on the other side of 15 would be 20, so 22.6 would be max continuous on our manifold pressure.
Okay.
Plus 0.9 would be 23.5 for 5-minute takeoff power, max takeoff power. So we can use 23.5 if we need it for 5 minutes.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Cyclic collective friction off.
Okay.
Forwards off.
Yep. Let's get a sticker as well. Friction increase will be back.
Okay.
Gotcha. Be good.
Alright, governor, warning lights. All the warning lights are out.
Yep.
Expected reduce RPM for the horn.
Okay, that one there. Once we get to our governor horn lights out, we'll take our checklist and go ahead and stow it. Because that last little piece on the checklist there, we'll memorize that one. Once the machine gets up to speed, we want all hands on all controls. Alright. Go ahead and roll her up to 80. The governor's going to take it. Alright, all we want to do is simulate flying, which will go ahead and ease the collective up about an inch. This is that last thing on the checklist. Alright, now we'll gently roll it towards you. About 97, 95, we want that horn to come on and talk to us. Yeah, good. Alright, wait. That tells us that we're getting in a little bit of trouble. We need to get on the stick. Then we're getting to lower that collector back down. Alright, sweetness. Okay, stay right here with me. We'll get her up. Wind feels right here. Yeah, alright. Come on the cyclic. I have the other two controls. You have the cyclic on it. Way outside with him out. Alright, you got the cyclic, or slide up there and get them pedals too. Hold your nose out around that, whatever you want to point at over there. You have the cyclic and the pedals, I have the collector. Outside. Don't look down. Get in that zone. That collective too. You have all three controls. Yeah. All three controls. Hey, with her. Eyes outside, don't look down. All three controls. Get my eyes outside. Think it through. Think it through. Alright, you have all three. I'm going to talk you into forward flight. Let's get our nose pointed back over that way. Let's pull a little bit more power. Easing that nose over. Let's try to go that way. Let's start easing her forward. More power. That's going to take more left pedal. Get the picture outside, way outside. Your power setting is fine. Don't pay no mind to it. Just way outside. A little bit of right pedal, a little left side. Click straighten it up. A touch of aft to get you up over the edge of them trees there, yup. I got energy everywhere.
Yeah, really.
We can go right. Yeah, I'd say let's go right. Got all them old wires. Number one killer helicopter pilot is right there. Wires. Yeah. There you go. Hover into a takeoff. Into forward flight. I'll bump you a little bit of carburetor heat in here. Stay with it. Alright, let's come here and look at our power setting. Let's go ahead and pull it up about 23.5 inches here on the manifold. Let's lift that power up. Back outside for a scan. Back inside. Yep, 23 looking good. Alright, back outside. Just a nice gentle turn to the right. Now we're looking for 500. We're crossing through it right now. So instead of focusing so much in here, let's just hold this picture out here.
So what can I do to not feel so squirrely? What am I doing?
Just early, just so early on, that's all.
Okay.
You're doing fine. Takes a while to get a hold of this mess. You're doing fine. Yeah, we'll head her right down to Newport River Marsh there. She's gonna feel unstable to you for a while. And it's a little gusty today. We're getting probably 10, 11 knots of wind today. I'm gonna straighten her up and head out there toward the bridge, or Morehead City Bridge. Alright, so in forward flight, it's so uneventful. Your power's at 21, 21.5 is perfect for forward flight. You're gonna have to stay with that one too, because that collective will creep down with both of us in here, and when you're solo it creeps up, so you got to guard yourself against that. But you got to keep your eye on that power every once in a while. Just keep it at 21. The biggest, most important part is the picture.
And when you're saying power, is that my throttle or is that my collective?
No, that's your collective. We never roll throttle.
Okay.
The only time we roll throttle was rolling up and rolling down for startup and shutdown.
Okay.
We'll be rolling it on, when we start doing autos and stuff, or settling with power.
But more or less, the governor's going to take care of that?
The governor takes care of that. The governor and the correlator. So, anytime I say add or take away power, it's just a lift for add and a lower for take away. There, she settled right down for you.
Yep.
Alright, so we're at 21 inches, cruising right along. Say we want to go down to 400 foot. Let's just lower our power down to 18 inches. As we lower, it takes a little bit of right pedal. But if we just lower power and don't do anything with the cyclic, the nose of the helicopter is going to fall over. As we lower, we want to put just a touch of aft in, not much, just like that much. Right, that's got us a vertical descent going, which is good, because at this point, this is airspeed. Cyclic is airspeed, pitch attitude, and our collective is altitude. Alright, you've got your 500 foot. We'll just keep her coming on down to 400. Once we hit 400, we'll pull our power back in, ease the nose over simultaneously, and put it back at 21 inches. Alright, there's 400. Go ahead and pull your power back to 21 inches. As you're pulling, there you go, just feed. But all you're doing is maintaining this picture. You're not really changing anything. In order to maintain that picture, we've got to put that forward in as we lift collective.
Right.
Because the blades are trying to lift us up. Very nice, 21 inches, 400 foot. Vertical descent to 0. Picture. And just relax. There you go. Altitude changes. Not hard stuff at all. Alright, we want to go to 1,000 foot. Let's pull 23.5 inches. They said we could do it for 5 minutes. So 23.5 inches, go ahead and pull that with your power. And we're just going anywhere out here, no certain spot. Pull that power up, there you go. After a while, you'll get the feel for how much that power really takes.
Lucia 376, trip on the first trip on September 2992, and New Burns, VFR landing 22, selling 1,300 broken, say approach request.
Yep, we'll take her up to 1,000. And she don't seem like she's climbing very much, because we've got all our power pulled in. Well, hell, it ain't climbing. Right. But just a touch aft in, let's climb at 70 knots.
Say approach request.
So what's the ceiling for a 22?
10,000, I think.
Okay. I just do a little aft and I'll go up.
Yep,
a little more.
Yep, just slow your speed down. That changes your pitch attitude and she'll start to climb. Because there's a point where you got 23.5 inches pulled in. It's not going to climb unless you decrease the rate of airspeed. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to go on a straight line. So if it's 90 knots, flattened out, if we put in 80 knots with that same 23.5 inches, we're going to put a 3 or 400 per minute climb in there.
It's going to maintain 4,000.
Yep, just keep her climbing. And you can pull your power back into 23.5. Just working on some power settings. Break the monotony up a little bit. All this is positive. Points where it feels like you're just not getting anywhere. Trust me, you're getting places. Alright, let's turn to go right down to beach here.
Blue Street 376 is going to maintain 2,000.
Alright, there's 1,000 foot. We can level that off with pitch attitude. And then you can get your power set back to 21 inches there. And it's a little combo. You can lower a little bit, make it happen as well. All that stuff is just going to be a feel to you after a while. You won't have to think about it. So we're still climbing, going through 1100. Let's drop that power down and use that as our altitude. So let's take the power, lower the collective, so we get back to 1,000 foot.
Blue Street 376.
And your 60 to 75 knots is going to be pretty normal. That's not one certain 61 or 65 or 68. It can be 60 to 80 speed. It just depends on how much you lower it, how much pitch attitude you got cranked in. As you lower the collective, that right pedal's going to have to come down a little left cycling. There you go, stand and see how it stands your ship up nice and flat. Yep. Yep, so we got a descent rate going. We can't just order this stuff to happen and it happens. Right. We got to kind of set the ship up and it's a slight delay. Just kind of everything starts to come together. As long as you got a little bit of a descent rate, we know we're going back to 1,000 foot. So we can't really snap our fingers and make everything go back in line. Take a little bit of time. Once we hit our 1,000 foot mark, then we put our power back in, goes back over.
561, trip on approach ident.
There 21 and a half, that's good. Vertical speed's close to 0, just a touch of half, I'll fix that for you.
2561, radar contact, 5 miles northeast of New River. Climb and maintain 10,000 and proceed to Arc Wilmington.
Alright, let's try to hold that 1,000 foot, 21 inches. Then left turn, let's fly over Radio Island there, or over top of them condos.
Blue Street 376, turn right at 1.
When we turn these things, they kind of want to slide off of our, kind of like we get up on a little mountaintop up there, they want to kind of slide off as you turn, depending on the angle of the turn, or the aggressiveness of the turn. May have to put in some power and some half cycling to hold the thing in the turn, because when we turn the machine, you feel it tighten up on you. You're making the machine heavy, and that makes her want to fall.
2561, contact Wilmington approach.
But if you're real gentle on the turns, if we're real gentle, we don't have to put much aft or any power at all in.
3-1.
For Board City traffic, helicopter 47 Charlie Delta southwest of the field, 1,000 foot. Will be entering overhead for some maneuvers over the airport. Beaufort Moorhead.
Beaufort Moorhead, bearing 3122 runway, 4 mile final, straight in 26, Beaufort.
He's on 26, so 26 is over here. He's coming in this way, but he's coming in that long one over there. Yeah, look at there, 1,000 foot, 21, yeah, you're doing good, stay with it. Alright, take me down to 500 foot. But first, what we want to do, they should be landing on 3-2, man, the wind's blowing right down 3-2. First thing we want to do is pull that full carburetor heat though. Anything below 18 inches of manifold pressure, we ignore the gauge and apply full carburetor heat. Anytime we're descending with this machine, we ignore the gauge, apply full carburetor heat. I got that bearing in sight. We're all good. Go ahead and pull your carburetor heat all the way up. Yep. And no, that's the one you're pulling. Yep. All the way. Good, good. And instead of letting the nose fall over and the airspeed building up, Just lower our collective and just, there you go, just hold that pitch up just a little bit. Let's try to do this at, say, 65 knots. And the way to do that is aft cyclic. Now we're controlling airspeed. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, 60, 65 is good. A little more aft. There you go. Just slows us down to a manageable airspeed. There's our bearing. Weakness.
Now, are we supposed to be following the runway, or not really?
No, man, we're a helicopter. We don't ever use the runways. We will for training, but that's something you'll never, ever use as a runway, because you want to be completely out of these guys' way. These guys, they fly in straight lines, they fly fast, they fly hot, and they're like darts, you know. We can come up here like a little dandelion.
Right.
We can float around. Look at us right now. We're just out here floating around. Just look. It's the sickest thing ever.